Thank you. My youngest grandchild, Paul's last born, we think, on my 80th birthday, looked at me and said, "Kulu, grandfather, you are old." And I didn't have much of a leg to stand on. And said, "Yes, darling, I'm old." She kept quiet for a little while and said, "Kulu, you are very old." A few years ago, several years ago, they named a school after me in the Netherlands. That's not the important part of the story. Leah and I decided we wanted to go and join them in their celebrations. The school was celebrating its 400th anniversary. And well, here we come. And a little girl comes up to me and says, "Were you here when the school started?" I thought I was decrepit, but not quite that. So, you know, I mean, we, the elderly, tend to repeat ourselves. You tell the same stories, and you even tell them to the person who told it to you first. It's so fantastic to be here and to be thanking so many of you, all of you. But before I do that, yes, I think, I mean, that I should also be nice and thank Your Excellency. No, but I mean, you've always actually been quite smart. I've always been very impressed by how you speak and the things that you say. And you, both of you, deserve so very much the accolade that you have received. And thank you for being you, and the sorts of things that you have done and will be doing when you return. Anand, thank you for all of those extraordinary films. I am upset. I mean, who are the people who choose? Oh no, we've got to be generous and think that they will recognize that they lost an incredible opportunity. Maybe, of course, it doesn't need all those accolades But well, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you especially for Long Walk to Freedom. Congratulations on your very richly deserved award tonight. Yes, I'm actually trying to think how I'm going to shorten my sermon. I mean, imagine you have here a captive audience, and you here is a stand-in for the altar. You do know the story of the preacher who went on for a long time, and then, what more can I say? And somebody at the back of the church said, Amen. Can you imagine what would have happened had Nelson Mandela died in prison? Now this is not sort of name dropping, but on Monday I will be preaching at a memorial service. Yes, I am name dropping. Westminster Abbey. And I am going to say, can you imagine? Most of the world would have said, well, he probably was this terrorist. They said he was. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? That the world would have lost this incredible human being, or at least the inspiration that he has been. How anybody would have so many people around the world actually thinking that I've lost someone, a member of my family, someone who could make us feel so good about ourselves. Well, the reason why Madiba did not die in prison is you. He was not quite so respectable then. These were the people, those extraordinary students. You were young then. Yes. Do you know you did an extraordinary thing? You had one of the most popular presidents. And I went to the Oval Office. This was after I got the Nobel Peace Prize, because previously I'd been trying to get an invitation and it never came. You remember just how firmly he stood against. I tried to persuade him. I tried to persuade Mrs. Thatcher, as she then was. And both these leaders wouldn't budge. And it was people such as Tim and all of this incredible bunch of young people at colleges and universities. You accomplished something that was extraordinary. You helped to change the moral climate in this country so that your Congress could not but pass the anti-apartheid legislation with a presidential veto override. That was fantastic. You and all of you made certain that that guy didn't die in prison. And we salute you and all of the people that you led. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, because today we are free.